Esme. In the glimmer of the solitary sunbeams cleaving the ominous gray sky, he thinks he sees her face. But only for a second, as the howls of the enemy and the cries of the dying rip him back into reality. It has been a hard fight, a terrible fight. His chest plate is battered and pierced, and warm blood seeps from a wound under his chainmail. He moves to address the wound, but when he touches his side, an excruciating pain lights up his body, causing his chest to heave violently. He grits his teeth until the pain subsides, and like a terrible wave retreating to the sea, it finally does. His body weakening and threatening to betray him, he lifts his eyes and surveys the battlefield. He quickly realizes he is the last of his order, still able to carry on, and in sadness drops his head and mourns the loss of his brothers. At that moment, scattered drops of rain begin to fall from the sky, and the night catches a glimpse of his reflection in the pool of water collecting at his knees. "Get up, old man," he whispers. "You're not dead yet. Yet." He plunges his hand into the blood-soaked mud and searches until he finds the hilt of his sword. He grips it and lifts his blade out of the mire. Using the sword as a brace, he climbs to his feet. Once standing, he feels the gravity of his years upon his shoulders. A life's worth of violence and regret and pursuit of honor and wealth, weighing on him more than the metal and mail he is wearing. It is neither the time nor place to indulge such thoughts, but he can't help it. They pierce his soul like the sharpest arrows, wounding him more than the point of a sword or end of the lance ever could. The most poignant of these arrows belongs to the one shimmer in his life, the one worthy conquest, to her. The woman who saw the flicker of good amongst the bad, the woman he loves, the woman he left behind. It pained him so, but what was he to do? It is not his nature to stay and live in peace, but to die in combat in service of his Lord. Love, as great and noble as it may be, bows to honor and courage. To ask why he does not, for as the future scribe will say, there is not to reason why, there is but to do and die. And now, as the enemy encircles him, there is nothing left to reason but to do just as prescribed. So, the old wounded knight lifts his helmet from the muck and slips it over his weary head, then takes his sword in both hands and braces for his last overture. In seconds, the performance begins, and he battles admirably. He is brave, he is skillful, he is desperate. It is as if he's an artist, and the battlefield is his stage. With his sword as his brush, he slashes and stabs like he's a young man again, splashing red onto the murky canvas. But it is not enough to overcome the enemy that encroaches upon him, and like his fallen brethren, he is brought low by their overwhelming and relentless attack. The enemy, satisfied with their hard-fought victory, step back in admiration as he collapses to his knees. His masterpiece finished, his overture complete, the knight looks toward the sky, just as the sun breaks through the clouds, and with his last breath, whispers her name.